Yeah. Coke fed, press some hand, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls resting, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the hand, I'm waiting, I guess she tweet, I guess she confessed, she thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best to get spontaneous, I stereotype, put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as I rise like fireworks. Smell through the bat, don't touch my perk.
Yo, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Excuse me, After the Storms. This is not a popular hour. We did that today. This is After the Storm, your Thunder, OKC Thunder basketball live stream, post-game live stream. And remember, you can go to YouTube, search if you're not already following us or notifications, go to YouTube, search After the Storm, OKC Thunder, like, subscribe, hit notifications, and you will be able to send us messages and all of that. Love to hear from you, giving you a breakdown of what you thought you saw on the Thunder game and about our analysis, and then any questions that you might have for us, please go ahead and ask. And like I said, that's After the Storm OKC Thunder. And if you'll do that, we'd appreciate it. And you can give us your questions, or you can comment about anything that we are currently discussing or talking about. So we would love to have your input, and love to talk to you if you have a question, or if there's something that you want to ask us or something that you want to comment on. Please, by all means, do that. Like I said, After the Storm OKC Thunder. And you'll be able to like, subscribe, hit notifications, so every time we do a show afterwards, you will be able to hook up and follow us. So, that being said, the Thunder took care of business tonight, beating the Clippers, and I believe it was a must-win game tonight. I think we had to have this game tonight. That's what I think, 129-107. We took care of the Clippers. Now, it is 2-1. We held home court. We beat him here. They smashed us there. Come back here and we smashed them here on our home court. So I think payback is fair. That's the way I believe. But the Thunder played pretty good overall. The first quarter, the Clippers went on a 10-0 run to start the kind of, it was about midway when we had our starters in there kind of making that transition of substitutions. And then with about 4 minutes to go, you had in our normal group of guys, which is SGA, Isaiah Joe, that group, SGA, Isaiah Joe, K. Rich, we went small, K. Rich, Kaysen, and Wiggins. That group closed the quarter out, and that's what they always do. Went on a 12-2 run. That's what the Thunder do. When you have that group in there, they are defensive. They're defensive minded. They close you out. They do everything that you need to do, and the Thunder ended up being up 35-33 at the end of the first quarter. And what I got from that is, like I said, when that group is rolling and you get SGA rolling, it's over. And I think that SGA, every time he sees them, he wants to kill them, because remember, they were the original team that drafted him, and they traded him in the Paul George trade, and the Thunder just got a load of stuff for that particular trade. So we not only got him, but we just loaded up, and Sam Presti did a great job of fleecing them, because the Clippers did not want to get rid of SGA. So great job by our GM, Sam Presti, in fleecing the Clippers, and SGA is just making them pay, which I would too. You traded me, yeah, I'm going to bust you up every time. And he did a great job of that. And the thing that I like about him and his game is, unlike the Thunder not liking him, and we'll talk about this at the end of the second quarter, because part of what I saw tonight was that the Thunder still believe that J-Dub is their best player. It's just mind-boggling to me. They think he's going to be their best player. And I think J-Dub is a nice player, but he's not a 1. He's a 2. He's a 2A, and he's going to be inconsistent. He is going to do what he is going to do, but they believe that overall he's going to be the guy. And I just don't see it. I think he's a nice, like I said, nice number 2, 2A or 2B, depending on what Chet's doing. One of them is 2A, the other one's 2B, whatever. Flip-flop back and forth. Then, Kaysen is coming on. I think he's going to be 3C or 3A or 3B. And then you got whatever you want to do after that. So it just depends, and you just got to continue to draft well, I believe, to do that. So we start the second quarter. Thunder up 35-33. You got J-Dub, Chet. Nice to see Gordon Hayward. I mean, he only took one shot, I believe, tonight. I'll go back and look at the stats, but I believe he only took one shot tonight. And then Kaysen and Wiggins. That was your starting five. I like that group, and I think we're going to be joined by my guy Nathan Taylor here pretty soon. But anyway, I liked that group. I thought it was a nice little group. The crowd was really into it. I really liked what I was seeing out of the Thunder players. Offensively, we struggled a little bit early, and I think it's just because trying to get Gordon. I mean, everybody's trying to get him involved because he's a good player. And he averages 15 a game. I mean, he's a good player, but it's just trying to him figuring out, okay, where are my spots? Where do I get the ball? Who do I give the ball to? When do I shoot? When do I take it? So it's going to take him 5, 6, 7 games to kind of get a feel on what his role is on this particular team for this year. But our defense with that group, really good. Gordon is still, I mean, he just looked a little shaky. But I liked what I saw out of them early and what we were doing. So, but anyway, the Thunder struggled a little bit offensively, just trying to figure out, new guy. We want to get him the ball. We know he's a good player. How do we get him off? How do we still score? How does everybody play within what they're trying to do as a group, but yet to get him started, but yet still score and do that? So I see we're joined by my guy Nathan Taylor of YNB. What's up, bro?
Hi, man. How you doing?
Good. So what was your thought process of what I just said about Hayward, that starting group? Second quarter.
I didn't. The second quarter. Okay. So I kind of like. I think he's going to fit in pretty well, man.
Yeah.
I think he really is. I mean, I think you're going to see Josh Giddey's minutes go down even more.
Yeah.
But he did play. I didn't think he played with Josh, but he did play him with Josh in the second half a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just like him. I've
always liked him. Till he broke his leg, he was a monster, bro. He was a monster till he broke his leg.
Yeah, in Utah, man. I remember him in Utah. He was great in Utah.
Well, he was working out with Kobe all the time then in the offseason. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, he was working out with Kobe when he first got to the league, when he was at Utah before he got traded to Boston.
I think in the beginning of the year or, off season or whatever, I think we had a lot of discussions about, hey, if you want to bring a veteran into this team, who would you bring in?
Yep.
And I don't think I thought one time about Gordon Hayward.
Not once.
And I don't know why I didn't, because man, he is the perfect guy for this team.
Because he was hurt.
That's true.
I mean, he's not a reliable guy. As far as dependability, as far as can he make it? Is he going to fall again? What's going to happen? So I think that's why he wasn't even on my radar. But he fulfills something we need. We need a shooter, somebody who can consistently shoot. Defense, he's a decent defender. He and Josh are about the same defensive level of ability. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He may be just a little bit better than Josh, but offensively he can shoot better. He can actually take you off the dribble. He can finish. But like I said the other day about Josh is just mentally not, dude. When you're about to go to prison,
did you see that?
When you're about to go to prison,
did you see that?
That's kind of hard. So I've said that before, and I've said it before. It's kind of, to me, that this year is kind of a wash to me with him. And I said that on the Unpopular Hour the other day because I just believe that he just mentally, it's just hard to, this year has been rough for him. So like I said, I'm giving him a pass this year simply because I know what I saw last year and what I saw at the end of the year before when we first started doing this show. That's what I saw out of Josh, the gradual progression. And then with the charges coming at him this year, I think it's setting back.
So let me ask you something then. I think what I hear you saying will agree with me. It seems like we're going to setting ourselves up to have some cap space this summer.
We're going to have, that's why we did that with Gordon, is for the cap space.
So in a scenario, and obviously I don't think you think this, but I hope this could be the case. But I think our off-season moves could be, and I think I'd be really happy with this. I think they maybe sign Josh to an extension and give him another year.
Yep.
And if they don't like him, trade him in the middle of the year.
I agree.
And then if you can, I don't know what he's going to command, but if you can, re-sign Hayward to a little small deal of
Hayward's not going to take.
Million,
He's going to demand more than that. He's at 30. What 30?
How much?
30.
Yeah, but
whatever he's at now.
He's not getting $30 million.
Somebody will pay him $20-something million. Somebody will pay him.
Well, okay. What if you put him on a 2-year deal for $20 million?
Well, the problem is the Thunder, the cap space that you're making, you're gonna have 94, 95 million. Well, you're giving Chet, J-Dub the maximum amount you can give them. Okay, you
Yeah,
know
but
that right off the bat.
if he re-signed Giddy to a $20 million contract, 22.
2 years to extend him. Well, you got to extend him. I'd say I'd give him 3 years, 45 million, 50 million, maybe 60 tops.
And they're not gonna. I don't think he'll be in the long-term plans, but I think you're right. They'll give him at least another year.
Yeah. Well, Josh, but that's what I'm saying. Josh, to me, and like I've said many times, you have to be able to get the ball in bounds. Okay. And he is the best guy option we have to get the ball in bounds except for SGA. So
can Hayward do that at all? Can Hayward do inbounces? I don't know.
I think he's a shooter. He's a finisher, not a starter. If you know what I'm saying. Josh is a starter and he was becoming a finisher, but that pass that he made to Wiggins, oh my God. Nobody makes that pass on this team but him.
Yeah, that's true.
So
can't argue with that.
That's where I look at it with Josh. But anyway, in the second quarter, we struggled offensively early, and I think it was just simply because we're trying to figure out where he belongs. And I don't think anybody knew. But our defense was good.
Figure it out.
Yeah, our defense was really good, which I thought. And then we brought Joe in for Wiggins at the 6-minute mark, up 41-36. And then it was 44-42 with J-Dub them in the game, and then you bring in SGA, and we're down 45-46 with 6 minutes to go, and you substitute out J-Dub. And that's when this team went on a roll. I mean, they went on a tear. And so you kind of like what I saw with that group as far as struggling, getting them back and forth, but that group really, as always, solidifies what we're trying to do as a team. That group's, gets everything together. And then, of course, it's 54-56. He brings J-Dub in for Joe. And we end up going up 61-59. And, I'm sorry, bro.
Didn't have a buzzer beater at halftime, though,
I'm sorry, bro. It's
okay. I know what you're going to say.
It's so frustrating to me. They clearly think J-Dub is the best player. You at the end of the third quarter, you ran a time. You called timeout with 20 seconds left to put him in the game, run a play for him. I mean,
I don't want to argue with you about this anymore. I don't like.
There's no argument. There's no argument, bro.
Let me phrase that.
There's no argument.
Let me just change my wording. I don't like disagreeing with you, and you're I don't know. Like I said, you're probably right. And I'm just being a fan.
Listen. I am right. 20 seconds left. He hasn't done crap. That group was rolling. He called 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter to put him in the game to run the play. That's a fact. That's not even up for discussion.
I didn't disagree with you, man.
I know, but what I'm saying to you is, what I'm saying is, there's no disagreement with what I'm saying. There's no way to disagree with what I'm saying. You as a fan, you don't want it to be that way because you know ultimately what that could lead to. That's where your heart is at. My heart is I'm pissed off because where I think it can lead us. That's the difference between our mentality.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? My deal is I'm pissed, and you're like, oh, I just hope it don't work. And I'm like, I'm seeing what the hell's going on. And I don't like it. I mean, we were in the third quarter. We started the third quarter, by the way, up 61-59. And let's look at the halftime stats, by the way, which I do have, by the way, which I'm sure you'll be able to. I don't know if you can see these, but I forgot to put our win in here. I should have did that. I was trying to get on because I know how you are about me not being on time to do all stuff. Anyway.
Did you go tonight?
No, I did not go to the game, no.
Okay.
No, I did not go. Randy, they already had given the tickets away or whatever. So that's what happened. But, I was... Did you see? Can you see what the score is? See the stat line here?
No, I can't.
The halftime. Okay, well the halftime stats. The halftime stats is Chet 15 minutes, 4 for 7, 3 for 5 from 3 for 11 points. Okay, then you've got which is a nice stat line, don't you think?
Yeah, for him, for sure.
Yeah.
I wish he'd shoot a little bit better from 2, but that's just whatever. I mean,
Well, he's trying to be a stretch 4. That's what he's doing. And, I mean, you can't really fault him, can you?
No, that's what he is. I mean, that's what he is.
Not a center, but a stretch 4.
No, not even close. Not even close to center.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that that's we know that's what they're doing, but he's not.
No, dude, there was this play tonight. I think it was Zubac that was down there with him, and he caught the ball, just put an elbow in his chest, and Chet went flying about 5 feet, and dude dunked the ball. So I mean, he's not he can't bang with those guys, man.
Yeah, and then
he tries. Hey, I have to give him. He tries.
I thought he did pretty good banging with Zubac down there, but he just doesn't have the weight on him, and I don't know if he ever will. You know what I mean?
No, but man, I'll tell you what, they did a good job of team defense on Zubac tonight. I mean, they were frustrating the crap out of him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I just thought overall defensively, I thought we played really, really well defensively overall. But when you look at here's the stats, and you're looking at this in the first half, J-Dub 16 minutes, 2 for 5, 0 for 1. 2 rebounds, 2 assists for 6 points. SGA, 18 minutes, 7 for 10, 2 for 3. Boy, I tell you what, when he started, his 3-point is slowly. What is it at 38% now? I think
it's something.
It's slowly rising.
37.5, 38.
Yeah, like it's slowly rising. With 2 rebounds and 5 assists. And I thought it was funny when you're in the broadcast, they were sitting there talking about. They were talking about, J-Dub with his 5th assist and blah blah blah. I'm like, SGA has 7. Y'all haven't even brought you haven't even brought anything up about him. And that's why I was trying to argue when you were saying that about me. Like, dude, when J-Dub does something, the announcer's voice goes 10 times octave. I'm like, that was a nice pass, but so what? My kids can do that. I mean, it ain't that great.
Okay, look, is it they just maybe expect that from SGA now, and then when J-Dub does it, it's like, oh wow, he's good.
They are promoting. The thing is this: they are promoting J-Dub. That's what they're doing. It's plain and simple what the hell they're doing. That's why ESPN, when we had the game, that's why they asked the coach the one simple question: how did SGA feel about you running those 2 plays for J-Dub, not him? That's why they asked him that. The Thunder media never going to ask that. Nobody in the Thunder are going to ever ask that question because whatever the Thunder do, they're happy with. They want to be rose-colored glasses. And people who are technical and understand the game are like, what the hell are you doing? Why is the ball in SGA's hands? That's the difference.
Because SGA doesn't mind, right?
No, he minds. He minds.
I'm messing with you, man.
No, he minds. He minds. It's just like you being if you're the number one producer at the bank. And somebody else is doing something and promoting him, you're going to be like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
I'm the one that's doing all the producing.
I wish I was, man.
But you know what I'm saying. I am.
Yeah,
why are they promoting this dude instead of me? Why is he on the cover at the bank? Why is he on our flyers? Why, what's going on? So anyway, Josh, 12 minutes. And here's your thought about Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward played 6. But Josh Giddey, 12 minutes and 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Lou Dort, I thought Lou played really good today, first and second half. 2 for 3 from 3, 8 points. Gordon Hayward, 6 points, 0 for 1, or 6 minutes, 0 for 1. Like I said, 2 rebounds. Played pretty good, I thought. Played pretty good for his first game, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, especially against the Clippers. Now tomorrow, I wish the game.
His shot will.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say his shot will come back. He just hadn't played in a while.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think he should. If he would have played against the Wizards first, it'd have been a lot easier. To kind of get a feel and get in the groove. But playing against the Clippers, it's a tough game. You don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to be a detriment to the team in any kind of way. So, I think that's what happened. Kendrick Williams.
He was playing tight.
Oh, no doubt. Sure. No doubt. Kendrick Williams, 8 minutes, 4 points, 4 rebounds. I thought Kendrick played pretty decent, even though he missed that sweet dish that SGA gave him underneath the basket. I'm like, bro, God dang, come on, homie. Isaiah Joe, 11 minutes, 0 for 1, 0 points, 1 rebound.
Did he really? He didn't score in the first half. Wow, okay.
0 points.
I didn't realize that.
Yep. That's what it says right here. Wiggins, 8 minutes. 2 for 5, 2 for 4 from 3, but 2 for 5 overall, 6 points. And then Casey Wallace, 10 minutes, 1 for 1,
He's
3
really
points.
getting good, man. He's really
just
getting good.
his defense and what he does. He just understands. He's out there having fun. That's what he's doing. He's out there having
He's
fun.
starting to do a little bit better on the point guard part of it, I think.
I agree. I agree.
Running the break and stuff like that.
I agree 100%. I do like what he's doing. It's just kind of funny to me what. Okay, Drew was talking about. He said Hayward 0 for 2, 0 points. Dude, we know that. We're talking about the first half. That's not the.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I said, I mean, his shots were short tonight. They were way short tonight. But
Yeah, but he only took 2 shots.
Played forever.
Yeah, he only took 2 shots.
Yeah, but I mean, and both of them were short. But I mean, it's because he hadn't played in so long.
Yes,
I mean, he's got to
agree.
get his legs back under there.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I wish that we played the game tomorrow today, so that he could have got that first game in. It's the Wizards. It's gonna be one of those games where it's kind of flip flop. You can do some things. So I think that's just kind of how I took. So you start the third quarter. They had 5, by the way, offensive rebounds. The Clippers did. 5 offensive
not
rebounds.
Not very many, man.
Nope.
Not compared to what we
normally
normally
give up. We're gonna give up 13 a game. That's all. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's 26 points.
That's a lot.
That's 26 points.
That's a lot.
That's 26 points. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, we start SGA, Chet, J-Dub, Isaiah Joe, and Dort. I liked Isaiah Joe in there starting that. And the problem is when you're tweaking the lineup, the thing with Josh, it's a delicate balance because you don't want him to lose his confidence. You don't want him to be like, oh man, they're not going. You don't want him to. You want him to be still have confidence. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard balance between not playing him a lot, playing Isaiah Joe, not him starting, coming up. Because when you start and then all of a sudden you don't, it's a little tough.
Yeah,
it's a little tough.
Well, it's like a pitcher. I mean, in baseball.
Yeah.
When they get out of their rhythm, they just get off.
Yeah, you get off, and that's the thing you have to balance with Josh. But like I said, to me, this year is kind of a wash, and I don't care who you are. You get threatened with your life to go to prison. That's a scary thing. So that's going to affect you. So, and what I saw with him and SGA's development, the end of 2 years when we first started doing this show. By the way, it's our 150th show. By the way, 150th Thunder games tonight. So when we first started doing this was the end of the year before last, and watching SGA and Josh develop was just exciting. So that's why last year I'm like, we're going to win 40 games. I'll see what these guys are doing. And then the emergence of J-Dub, even though we lost Chet, the emergence of J-Dub along with Josh. Because remember, last year, the Thunder, in the history of NBA, it's only happened twice that you've had 3 guys with 30 points in a game. It's only happened twice.
Mm-hmm.
The Thunder's happened to Thunder both times. It was James Harden, Kevin, and Russell. And then it was J-Dub, SGA, and Josh last year. So that's why I was so excited about this year. But when Chet came in, and then the Thunder all of a sudden are now promoting J-Dub, and you can see the team, man. It's just they are creating a problem where they shouldn't. Is what they're doing. They are creating a problem. So anyway, let's get into it. The Thunder end up starting. The defense was a lot better, I thought, to start the third quarter. It was 83-79.
I just want to elaborate a little bit on the Isaiah Joe thing. I think with Isaiah in there instead of Josh, it just makes the team so much more fluid because you've got your 2 ball handlers.
Yeah.
You've got J-Dub and you've got SGA, and nobody else is going to handle the ball.
Agreed.
And then you've got your shooter, you've got your down low block guy, and then you've got Dort for defense.
Yeah, but see, my deal is this. There should be 1 ball handler. It should be SGA, period, unless they're up on him trying to, keep him from getting the ball in, then yes, J-Dub. But if SGA is down there by himself, J-Dub, get your ass down court. Why are you down here? Get your ass down court. You're not the man. And so anyway, that's just my thing. But I'm going to tell you what. Was SGA ridiculous tonight on some moves that he made? God.
Oh, my God, dude. That thing where he sent Powell flying into the stands, that was great. And
his step back his step back where he left him hanging and then waited and looked at him and then shot it. I was like,
yeah, that That's the one I'm talking about. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
That's the one on Norman Powell.
Yeah, Norman Powell. Yeah, it was just I was like, dude, you are just. And then he did the hesitation left hand over George, and then the spin move on Russell. I'm like, he was deep in his bag today. He was deep in his bag. But like I said, to me, he has a thing every time he sees the Clippers. You drafted me, you traded me. I'm gonna bust you up every time I see you, and that's how I feel about what I saw.
Hey, by
out of
the
him.
way, tonight we took the season series from him too. We only play him 3 times.
Oh, we're only playing on
That's a good
3,
tiebreaker
so it's
to have.
2-1. Okay.
Yeah, but yep.
That's a good thing. Well, I knew we were up because we beat them twice. We beat them first time without Kawhi. Then they kicked our butts because we were playing Lindy Waters and Jane. Remember?
Yeah,
And you and I, we had that show, and you and I were upset. We're like, why are they playing? And just got smashed.
Yep.
And then this time, we came back in. So anyway, it's 83-77. You've got SGA, J-Dub, K-Rich, Josh, and Kaysen. And I kind of like that lineup a little bit. It was a pretty good lineup. Then all of a sudden, you've got SGA, Josh, Wiggins, Kaysen, and K-Rich. That group right there, they ended the game. That third quarter, they were up. When you put that group in, they were up 6. When that group went out with a minute to go, the Thunder were up 96-82. They closed them out. That group closed them out, and we had 7 blocks in the third quarter.
Oh my God!
7 blocks.
Dude, they were getting
in the third quarter.
After it.
Yep, and we were just, and you're Russell Westbrook doing Russell Westbrook type stuff, shooting it in the crack. It's Russell. He shoots you in and shoots you out. It's Russell. You know what I mean? He is who he is.
Most of the time it's out.
he dude, he's athletic.
I have to give him this. Man, by God, the guy tries, man.
No,
the guy tries.
That's never been an issue. He is 100%. You are never going to not get 100% out of Russell Westbrook. But the problem is, you don't want 100% all the time. In the fourth quarter late, you want about 80-90% Russell. I don't need all you, Russell. I need that other 10% of you needs to go away. But I don't think he knows how to do that. I think he knows one way. So you start the fourth quarter. 96-82, you have SGA, which I thought was interesting. J-Dub, Hayward, Dort, and what'd you say? Go ahead. And Chet.
No. I thought that was interesting too. Because he did that. What other game did he do that in? He did that in was it the Minnesota? Which was the game we went to double overtime? What game was that? Whatever game that was, that's the game he did it in too, where he started SGA, played him for about a minute and a half in the fourth quarter,
just to get that fourth quarter started. That's why he did it.
Mm-hmm. I like that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. But he had 28 points at the end of the third quarter. And then it's like, I'm sitting there watching, and I think I even commented. Dude, he tried to put him in 6 minutes to go. He sat for over 2.5 minutes, almost 3 minutes, trying to get in the game.
I saw that.
And I'm like, well, if you hadn't wasted the timeout at the end of the third quarter to put J-Dub in with 20 seconds left to take the last shot, and I'm like, okay, when J-Dub went out, you were up 6. When he came back in the game, you were up 14 and rolling. And then SGA has 28 points, and then you put it into a guy's hands who has 10. Or 6, whatever you had, 6. But what are you doing? But once again, like I said, and like I keep saying, he is giving J-Dub experience at closing out quarters. This is what he's doing. He's helping him become, how do you close out quarters? The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. That's what they're looking at. I mean, because I'm like, why is he in the game? Why are you calling timeout with 20 seconds? You just wasted a timeout to put him in the game just so he could shoot. And I think I texted that. Did I not? He put him in the game just so he could shoot.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
You wasted a timeout instead of. What I'm saying is instead of.
If you want to do that, put him back in with 2 minutes to go or something, or a minute and a half or whatever. Don't waste a timeout like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Instead of SGA sitting for almost 3 minutes in the fourth quarter because you can't call timeout because you already wasted one with 20 seconds to go in the third quarter to put him in the game. So you can't waste one now.
Right.
I mean, you just threw away a timeout to put him in the game just so he could shoot. And the problem is everybody on the team knows it. Okay? That's what I've been trying to tell you. As a team, you see that and you're like, oh shit, here he goes. Because when he called timeout, I knew. I'm like, why are you calling timeout? It's 20 seconds to go. Why are you calling timeout to put J Dub in the game? Just so he could shoot. That's the only reason why you did it. And that to me, that's a waste of a timeout. Just so you can put him in the game because you're trying to get him to learn how to close out quarters. And what was he tonight? 0 for 4? Or 0 for 3?
On buzzer beaters, you mean?
Yeah,
Gone in the quarter shots?
Yeah, 0 for 3.
Something like that. Mm-hmm.
And you have the best closer. One of KD and SGA are the best two closers we've ever had. Because did you know for 5 years, or was it 3 years, KD either led the league, he led the league for fourth quarter, made shots to tie or win a game in the last minute. Did you know that? He led the NBA.
I did not know that, but you also, I just thought of this. For that 1 year, you could argue Chris Paul was a pretty damn good closer, too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But no, that year with him, SGA's first year, yes. That year was nice, man. We had him, we had Schroeder, and we had SGA, Schroeder, and Chris Paul. That was a nice group. And Dort, I think that was Dort's rookie year, wasn't it not? Or second year, maybe?
But you also had Gallo and Steven Adams, too.
Yeah, we did.
No, that was Dort's first year.
So, I mean, we had a nice squad, but my deal is this. You wasted the time out at the end of the third quarter, and you let SGA sit for 3.5 minutes because you can't afford to waste call a timeout. It's just, to me, I'm trying to explain to people in Oklahoma City. Do you understand what that meant? You wasted a timeout to bring him in the game specifically to shoot because you were trying to get him used to closing out quarters. That's the only reason why you do it. The only reason. But instead, your NBA candidate, one of the top 5 players in the league, you don't put the ball in his hands at the end of a quarter. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, Nathan. It's clear what the hell they're doing. It's clear.
Yeah,
it's clear.
Can't explain it, man.
I mean, it's just clear. It's sad, but it's clear what they're doing. And I just, it's so frustrating to me, dude. It really, really is, man. It just breaks my heart seeing what the hell they're doing. I'm just like, I don't get it. So anyway, the Thunder ended up winning 129-107, improving to 38-17. The Clippers are now 36-18. The Clippers were 12 for 32 from 3.
Yeah, they were off in that second half.
Remember how hot they were in the first quarter? First half?
Yeah, they were like 7 14 or something like that.
What were they? I had that. What were they halftime box? Oh, I didn't have it. I'll take it back. I should have had that in there.
There were 7 for 16 or 7 for 15 or 8 for 15 or something like that.
Yeah. Shot 42% from the field, 42 rebounds for our 44. Oklahoma City was 17 to 35 from 3, 55% from the field. So we out-rebounded them by 2 because the Clippers are small like us. They're little like us. They are. We match up with them really well. 42 points in the paint for them, 54 for us. 15 turnovers. That's way too many turnovers. We only averaged 11, almost 11 and a half, 12 turnovers a game, so that's way too many. The bench outscored us 35 to 30 on their particular bench, and then of course the box scoring ended up like this. Chet, 33 minutes, 17 points, 10 rebounds. In fact, he's only double-doubles. He's 5 behind Josh's record that Josh set.
He's only one.
There's only one behind him to break that record.
Yep.
So that's a good deal. But Chet, good numbers, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 great blocks, I thought. Did you think?
Great. Yes.
I thought he had 3 great blocks.
Dude, that's the difference this year, though. I mean, obviously the other 2 guys are, other 4 or 5 guys have got better, but that's been the difference, I think, this year on the defensive end. And we have rim protection.
100%. 100%. He is the difference. J-Dub, 36 minutes. See what? Look, he played more minutes than SGA again, second game in a row. How is a guy who is not one of the top 5 best players in the league? You got a guy playing more minutes than him.
I can't explain it. I can't.
It's that's what I'm trying to tell you, Nathan. I don't even know how you're disagreeing with me. They're telling you what they're doing. It's second game in a row. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks. He had a couple of great blocks, by the way. I will say that. Huge blocks.
Yeah, he did. He
Huge
did.
blocks.
He did.
SGA 35 minutes, 31 points in 35 minutes. Stupid, dude. Stupid.
Yeah.
But 3 for 6 from 3, which
played
is him
great.
shooting six threes is a lot for him, but he's starting to feel confident. 4 rebounds, 8 assists, only 1 steal, so he's at now 2.1. So he's gonna have to start to get some steals up because it's gonna be hard for him to maintain that 2 point because he's got to be because the only person to do that more than once was Jordan. That's why I think that
Yep.
if he ends up having averaging 30, shooting 50% with over 2 steals a game, only the second person in the history of the game to do it more than once, I think that kind of helps solidify his place as far as winning the MVP there. To me, that's just what they're doing. But of course, do the Thunder promote that? Nope. That's why we're promoting it on the show because we understand what the hell's going on. Josh Giddey, 23 minutes, 12 points. I mean, when you look at his stat line, it's not bad, Nathan. 5 rebounds,
bad,
2
I know.
assists. It
Wasn't
just
bad.
doesn't. But
It's
4
just-
for 10.
It's just the way with him, it's the eye test to me.
Yes.
He doesn't have bad lines some of the time, but it's like, golly, dude, you just
He doesn't
I
look
don't know.
comfortable.
Some of his shots.
He doesn't look comfortable. Is that
No.
the easiest way we can say it?
Yeah, pretty much.
He doesn't
Pretty
look
much.
comfortable. Lou Dort,
What,
31 minutes, 19 points, 8 for 30. Wait a minute. Lou George, what the hell is Lou Dort shooting that many times for? 13 times.
Yeah, I know. 13 times. Yep. What do you hit? 8 of them?
He was
Something
3
like
for 6. He was 8 for 13, 3 for 6. But anyway, 19 points for Lou, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. The steal that when he picked Paul George, I love that one. I like that one. That was
dude,
nice.
that was awesome,
nice.
wasn't it?
That was nice.
And then I liked how he put himself into his chest to get the layup. That was great.
I liked when I saw that. Okay. Gordon Hayward, 14 minutes, 0 for 2, no points, but he still had 4 rebounds, which I thought that because what Gordon's like 6'7".
6'7", 6'8", yeah, something like that.
So not bad. Kendricks, I thought played pretty good. 15 minutes, 7 points. Still missed us. That assist at SGA game was just nasty, bro. You got to make that layup. You got to make that.
Well, and that one, I don't know who threw the pass, but the one Wiggins fumbled out of bounds too.
That was Josh. That was the pass I was talking about. I was like, remember?
Okay.
That's the pass I was talking about. Only he could make that pass. Because I was like, I mean, I'm sitting there like, what? Are you serious? And I don't think Wiggins thought he was going to get it. That's why he lost it. That's why he started laughing.
Yeah.
And Josh's face is like, man, really? You just messed up my assist. You could tell why Josh was looking at
Don't you think that Wiggins is getting a little more aggressive on the offensive end too?
Well, of course. I don't have a problem with that.
Shooting more.
Yeah. He's feeling good about himself.
Yeah, I like it.
Olivier saw, well, he didn't play. I mean, ain't we get into them. Isaiah Joe, 19 minutes, 9 points. I thought he did really well on it, getting up and down the court because he hit 1 3 that was huge. Give us a nice little momentum. Some nice momentum there.
Yes.
And then, of course, Wiggins at 14 minutes. Seemed like he played more than that, but okay. Didn't it seem like he played more than 14 minutes?
Yeah, it did. It did.
9 points, 2 for 4 from 3, 50%. I mean, who's going to get mad at that? 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and then Kaysen, 19 minutes, 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, he was. You know,
that's right. That's
one,
right. Two shots and a 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
great,
7 points. He played good
He's a great
tonight.
player, man.
4 rebounds, 3
He's a great
assists,
player.
4 steals. Dude, he's just nice. He's just nice. I really.
Well, dude, he's not. It's not like he's guarding sieves either. I mean, he's guarding some great players.
Well, the whole thing is, that's what I'm saying, though, Nathan. When you get that group that I'm talking about, when you get SGA, Kaysen, Dort, K-Rich, and Wiggins, or you have and Isaiah Joe. It's SGA, Isaiah Joe, Kaysen, K-Rich, and Wiggins, or either J Will or Chet. If you need to go big, you got Chet in there with that group or J Will. So I liked what I was seeing about that. J Will he got no minutes tonight. That was
No,
crazy.
they didn't. I think Hayward's going to take some of those minutes from him.
Well, Hayward's going to take minutes from him and Kendricks and Josh. He's going to take minutes from all of them.
Wiggins, probably.
Yep, he's going to take some minutes for all of them, which I'm okay with. So here are the Thunder now. The first 5 games of our 10-game deal that we do every time. The Thunder are now 3-2. And then, of course, they have the Wizards tomorrow night, which scares me. That's a trap game, I think. It scares me. Then, of course, the Rockets on Sunday in Houston. Then we need a little payback because they just annihilated us.
Yes,
They beat
did.
the brakes off of us the last time we played them there in Houston. So, but anyway, on the 25th, the Rockets at their spot. And then, of course, the 27th, the Rockets on Tuesday. They come back here. Then we have the Spurs at the Spurs on Thursday. And then we have the Suns on Sunday. And then the Lakers on Monday. Of course, we'll talk about that later. We don't get that here. That's something you do. I guess I should let you do that. So that's what you always do.
I'm just going to go. I'm sorry. I got a New Year's resolution, or a new February, no, let me rephrase that, new March post-All-Star game resolution, man. I'm not going to get ahead of you anymore.
Oh, okay. So I jumped ahead trying to be like you, and I shouldn't. Okay, so here we are. Next 5 games, what do you think? Because we said we needed to go, 7-3 or 6-4 at worst. Isn't that what we said before the game today?
Yes.
So Wizards, we should win, right?
Yes, we should.
And I think we'll split the Rockets, even though we should get both of those. I think that's a split.
Yeah, same here.
And then the Spurs is a win, and then the Suns, they got beat tonight, by the way.
Who did they play?
Hold on a second. Let me see. The Suns got spanked by the Mavericks in Dallas. 123-113. The Pelicans beat the Rockets. The Celtics beat the Bulls. What a shock. The Nuggets spanked the Wizards by 20. I got to feel sorry for them. They played the Nuggets tonight, and they got to have us tomorrow night. Oh, man. And then the Lakers are getting spanked by 11 by the Warriors, as we should think that because of why. He's not playing.
Dude,
LeBron's not playing.
Yeah,
LeBron's not playing. And then, of course, the Spurs are getting beat by the Kings. The Kings are only 3 points up on the Spurs.
Jeez.
Yeah, 3 points up on the Spurs. So, but anyway, if we do what we think we're going to do, 3-2, that puts us at 6-4 at worst. I think we need to be 7-3. We need to beat the Rockets. We need to win our next 4 games. That's what we need to do. That's kind of how I look at it. And if we can do that, I think we will be fine. So let's go ahead and take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic, for keeping us up and running. Appreciate those guys. If you have any needs for computer software or website design, they can hook you up. SRB, they love to be behind the scenes. If you have a new complex or something you're building, holler at those guys. They'll make sure that the engineering is done and everything is the way it should be, and there'll be no flooding and everything will be set up. So go ahead, and we appreciate those guys. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses. By the way, we were at the barbershop today. Those guys are just, dude. Steph Curry is top 5 all time. He said he heard ESPN say that. I go, no, you didn't. I said, no, you didn't. Nobody on ESPN said Steph Curry is top 5 all time. Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
No.
I said, you're high. Nobody said that. In your book, but nobody said that. But anyway, you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank and see Nathan at 401 Elm in downtown Yukon. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40. Can't miss it, right in front of the hospital. And then YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, our latest sponsor, Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, located at 4609 Southeast 29th Street, Dale City, Oklahoma, 405-670-2424. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, and tomorrow they'll be open 9 to 1. Closed Saturdays and Sundays, proudly serving the Middale area since 1982. So, but what is your overall takeaway from the game today, Nathan?
If we can play like that in the playoffs, dude, we got a chance. I mean, I know it's ways away and it's not the playoffs, but man, if that defense can play like that, I mean, it's in the shooters they got a chance, man.
Yeah.
Got a chance.
I think the Gordon Hayward.
How good is
Go ahead.
Kawhi Leonard, dude?
He's
That
so
guy,
good, man.
I
He's
mean,
so good. He's
he
always
doesn't
been good.
miss, man.
But I think that, and I like Paul George, and I'm glad we got rid of him, and I'm glad we got rid of Russell, because the team we have now is because of those two moves. Agreed?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's
absolutely.
because those two moves right there, that's what we got. Because now we have Chet, we have J-Dub, we got Josh, we've got Kaysen, we got Wiggins. So those moves we made allowed us to, with SGA, so those moves allowed us to do that. So we got to thank those guys for what they did. So Russell finally did contribute to the team by leaving. Gave us more, I'm sorry. That was terrible, but it's true.
It's okay, man. It's true.
It's true. Dude, like I said, if I can play him for 46, 45 minutes, I'm good. I just don't want him in there the last 3 minutes. I just don't.
Right.
I just don't. But what's your takeaway from the game tonight?
I wasn't sure, man. I mean, they played well. I mean, of course, the Clippers didn't play, very, very good. But was that because of them or was that because of our defense? I mean, our
defense. That block series, that block sequence where J-Dub got a couple of blocks, Chet got a couple of blocks, Dort got the steal, Kaysen stripped somebody. That sequence, those sequences defensively, I think, were huge for us.
Yeah, that's why, me and you had this discussion a couple times, but, to me right now, you pick between Josh and Dort. I mean, I'm keeping Dort, man. That guy he's amazing.
Yeah, but like I said, I believe you've got a Dort replacement in Keontae Johnson on the bench.
I agree, but for the now.
No, I agree. No, he's 2 years away. A year, 2 years away. There's no doubt. But the Thunder are missing one thing, is the inside presence. And Drew talked, well, I'm gonna give you my takeaway. Then we'll talk about what I believe we need in the draft. My takeaway is that the defense for the Thunder is really, really good. And here, let me pull this up so everybody can kind of see what I'm talking about. When the thing that's keeping us in the game is this. Okay, I mean, when you look at what we're doing, here are our season stats. We're 13th in the league out of 30 teams in opposing defense. Last year we were like 23. Okay. Field goal percentage, we're giving up 44.8. That's number 1 in the league.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're 10th in the league in 3-point percentage given up. Okay. Points in the paint, we're 5th. But what kills us, and then turnovers, like I said, we're averaging 12 turnovers a game. We're 4th, and then we're number 1 in turning the ball over. So we hit our mark, 15.1. But they had what? 14. We had 15. So we were 2 over what we normally do, 1.5 over, and then 1 short of what we give. So we're number 1 in the league in turnovers. But this is what kills us. We only average 8 rebounds, offensive rebounds, and we give up 12. And we gave up what tonight? 11.
Yeah, something like that.
11 offensive rebounds. That's the one thing that's going to kill us that's what hurts us. That's why Minnesota and those teams are so hard for us to deal with, because of the simple fact that we give up so many offensive rebounds. It just kills us.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, in the fourth quarter, we are 6th in scoring, as far as what position, averaging 29.5. And then we are 15th as far as giving up fourth quarter points. And in the second quarter, which are the 2 quarters that SJ doesn't start, we're 10th in second quarter. And we are 16th as far as scoring in the second quarter. And that's because SGA didn't come into 5 minutes in the second quarter. And then
hopefully,
then in the fourth quarter, fourth quarter, around 7 minutes, he's trying to get him in the game, even though he set for 3 minutes, because he called a stupid timeout to put J-Dub in the game to shoot a third quarter, 20 seconds left. To me, that is a complete waste of a timeout. That's a complete waste of a timeout. 20 seconds to go just to put a guy in the game just so he can shoot the ball. And he's only had 6 points at that point. And we were rolling without him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so anyway. But that's why when you look at our team, that's what I was trying to say. I like what we're doing. And when you look at the overall NBA standings, this is tomorrow I'll have the actual, well, actually I won't be on tomorrow because I have to My goddaughter, she had surgery, so I have to go babysit her tomorrow. So I've got to
Oh
go
no,
babysit her. Yeah,
she
she had
okay?
surgery. Yeah, no, she's fine, but her mom just doesn't want to be there
Okay.
alone by herself. So I'm going to go and just take care of her tomorrow afternoon. So, but here we are, the
Okay.
standings. The T-Wolves 39-16, winners of 4 in a row. The Thunder, we're now 38-17, winners of our last 3. We're only 1 game back. And then, of course, the Nuggets, they won tonight. They're 37-19. They were had on a losing streak. They had lost 3 in a row up until tonight. The Clippers, losers of 1 in a row, 36-18. The Pelicans, winners 34-22, winners of 4. The Mavericks, and you see with the Suns, they went from 5th to 7th after
Oof,
losing tonight to the
man.
Mavericks. 5th to 7th.
The Mavericks, are the Mavericks undefeated since the trade deadline?
They've won 7 straight.
Yeah. Those acquisitions they had are good, man.
Yep. And
PJ Washington and Gafford.
and what are they with the 19 games that they played together? They're what are they, 15-4 or 14-5 or something like that with Kyrie and Luka?
Yeah, something like that.
It's crazy.
They're good.
Yeah, they're really,
good.
really good. They're really, really good, and I think the Kings are struggling. But that's what I'm saying. That top, as if it ended right now, the Thunder would have to play the Suns, the Nuggets would have to play the Mavs, and the Clippers and Pelicans would go at it.
I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with playing the Suns. I'd rather play. Oh man, I don't know who
I'd rather play the
I think
Kings over the Suns, man.
I mean, yeah, but man, we got a king problem. You know that.
Yeah, but we can beat them. But the Suns with that 3-headed monster, by the time you get to that, because there's 27 games left in the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was your over/under? 50? Did you say 52 was your max? Is that what you said?
Max, yeah, 52 is my max.
So
48 to 52.
So they need 14 games to tie your max, 16 wins to tie mine. Remember, I was at 56.
Crazy.
Remember, I was at 56 until I saw him play and saw what the coach was doing, and I dropped it to 54.
Yeah, and if we get 16, I mean that's us basically going 500 the rest of the year.
Yes.
I mean,
there's
a little bit over.
There's 27 games left.
Dude, if we go with 16 and 11, that'd be that's a disappointment, don't you think?
Yeah, but by the way,
16 and 11.
But by the way, we have the 7th easiest schedule. By the way.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but we're going to drop a couple of those easy ones.
Yeah, we are
because we do.
We are. But like we have our next 10 games, which we got to get past these 5, and then our next 10, we'll see where we're at. But we have the 7th easiest schedule going down the stretch. So we can.
Yeah, here today, 14 of our games are against teams that aren't even in the play-in.
Yes. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But you know what? You got to go 12-2 and 11-3 in those games.
Yeah, you do.
You can't give away. You can't give away easy wins. You got to get the easy wins, and then in the 50-50 games, which is tonight. And by the way, guys, a 50-50 game is a game that you can win or lose. That's tonight. And we have been talking about this.
Yep.
Lindy Waters and Jang in a 50-50 game should never see the floor.
And in those other games, they're going to, man.
Yeah.
He's going to put Jang in for 25 minutes in those other games.
Well, I'm cool with that if we're winning. You listen, play them all you want to when in the fourth quarter. But until the fourth quarter, you have the 10 that you played tonight. And Jay Will clearly is the 11th player now. He didn't even get on the court tonight.
I know.
He didn't even get on the court.
I'd like to see Biombo in some spot minutes against the big team.
I think you'll see him tomorrow. That's what I think. I think you'll see him tomorrow. I don't see, I think SGA that had another 30-point game tonight. He's just, dude. He put on a show there in the second quarter, the third quarter. He is, he's next level, man. He just is. He just is. I don't understand the Thunder. I just don't get it. No, I understand the fact that you're going to pay Chet and them at the maximum amount of dollars you can pay them. He and J-Dub, whatever you can pay him, you're going to pay him the max. And then SGA in 2 years? It's 2 years, right?
3 years.
No, 2 years. You have
2 years.
2 more years you got to pay him because the third year is his end of year.
Yes. Yeah, they got extended. They'll give him a supermax option.
Yes, but you got to remember though, this is
2 years from the off season.
right. So this is his second year of his deal.
Mm-hmm.
So next year will be his third year, and which will be J-Dub and Chet's third year, which of their 4-year deal. So they'll pay them for the following year.
They'll pay him in the off season.
Yeah, they'll pay him in the off season. Then that next year, which will be SGA's 4th year, you'll have to pay him. Because the Thunder do have the rights to him for the 5th year this time. They will not have the option the next time.
Right.
Because they gave him the maximum amount they could give him this time around, and the caveat was we're gonna make team. It's gonna be the team deal for your 5th year. We're gonna decide what happens in your 5th year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what that is. Because they didn't want it to be where after 4 years, if you decide, like with Kevin Durant, if you decide you don't want to be here, you're gone. And get nothing for him. And that's basically what they're doing. And I understand. But if you wouldn't be playing your second best player more minutes than him, and you wouldn't be calling a wasting a timeout that you could have put him in the game in the 4th quarter, but you wasted a timeout in the 3rd quarter with 20 seconds to go, and you're up 14. You're up 14 with 20 seconds to go, and you call timeout.
Yeah.
He just basically threw away a timeout. That's what he did. And then you let SGA sit in the 4th quarter for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. It's
too long.
Too
long.
It's bad. So, but anyway, brother. All right. Well, I'll talk to you on. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything Sunday because I'm taking my grandson to the game. So I don't know I don't know if I'm gonna be on or not Sunday night. I don't know how that's going to work yet. On Sunday night.
Okay.
Because I don't know what. I think that I may be able to do the show because I know after the game he's going to have to go to bed because he has to go to school the next morning. You know what I'm saying? So I think I don't know I don't know how that's going to work timing wise. So we may or may not have a show. We will have one tomorrow night. Well, what time is the game tomorrow?
Well, maybe.
No, the Wizards. Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it works.
Hopefully we don't, and then we won't have to worry about losing. But yeah. Hopefully we don't.
Yep, I agree. We should win by 20. So, but anyway, brother, I appreciate you. And any final thoughts before we go?
No, I'm pretty happy with tonight, other than the coach fumbles. But other than that, we're good.
He is who he is, but we'll see. All right, that's my guy, Nathan Taylor of YNB. Appreciate you, brother. And I want to thank all you guys for watching us on this edition of After the Storm. And once again, the Thunder took care of business 129 to 107. So congratulations to the Thunder. Now in solid second place, only one spot down, 1 game back for the Timberwolves. That being said, everybody have a fantastic day.